This is I Make Beats, and welcome to the channel. Today, we will be taking a quick look at the Mackie DLZ Creator XS mixer. So stick with me.
I got plenty moves, it's that 94. This my shit, my nigga, drippy down. Six pack out the stove. I put diamonds on my wish list.
For those of you that know me, last year I purchased the Behringer X32 mixer, and boy, do I love it. But due to my current work situation, and if you want to know more about that in detail, check the link here in the top right of the screen for a video explanation. But yes, due to my current working situation, it had me thinking of a better, more efficient and effective way to bridge the content creator and music producer side of what I do. And I believe the DLZ Creator XS does just that. It really reminds me of the X32 mixer, just smaller. But before we go diving into this Mackie, I do realize that not everyone is in this price range. Maybe you're just starting your studio or your YouTube channel. So I wanted to show a quick clip of mixer types that still get the job done without breaking the wallet. Mixers of this caliber work fine. They work great. They get the job done. So some of the pros are exactly that. They're inexpensive. They're simple to use. This one happens to also be USB powered, so I don't have to worry about plugging it into a wall. I can use a small little power brick to power it up. As far as the pros go, that's basically it. It's simple, inexpensive. You still have your phantom power if you need it. Some of the cons, though, the cons of mixers like this: recallability. Be cautious when you buy small mixers like this. Check the type of inputs. Like, I really like the dual 1/4-inch XLR inputs. I love those. They make things simple because sometimes you just don't have the right cable. What I didn't realize when I purchased this was the master outs. These master outs happen to be the male master outs. So be cautious and kind of look at, how are you getting your sound out of your mixer? That will make a big difference. I ended up having to purchase this type of cable specifically because of this mixer's master out. The only way to get the sound out of it and into my video, I needed this type of female XLR. The next con would be, let's say I'm working with an artist, or I'm doing a podcast, whatever. I'm doing something, and I got different settings, different levels, different pannings, different, everything's different on each channel. Okay, I do that. I'm done with it. Something else happens. I'm doing something else. These settings will change. And then a week later, I need to go back to the setup that I first had, and having to try to recall and remember how everything was set up previously. That's one of the big cons of the old school type mixers. It's not being able, if you don't write this down, then you won't remember those settings. And maybe it's crucial that you get that exact type of sound, that exact level for each channel. Well, you don't have that problem with the new mixers like the DLZ Creator XS. So for me, there are 4 features that really stood out, which kind of became the reason why I decided to get this mixer. We're going to start from number 4 and work our way up to number 1. So the 4th feature that I thought was really dope about this mixer is the auto gain staging, or the auto gain setup. And basically what that means is a lot of times on mixers, you spend a lot of time trying to gain stage your input. Well, on the DLZ XS, on the channel, we have this set the gain automatic button. And basically what that does is, if you press that button, I have my mic in input 1 here. Of course, the sound cuts off because it begins to monitor the input. So it'll monitor your input coming in as you're talking or whatever's going on that input. It'll monitor it, and it will automatically set the correct gain for the amount of input it's receiving. So I'll demonstrate here quickly. My voice is cut out. My voice will cut out and then come back in. Testing 1 2. See, so it automatically set the gain, and it's keeping my level within the marker there, that little green bracket. So that feature right there saves a lot of time. It will auto set that for you. Coming in at number 3, the 3rd feature that I thought was really dope on this type of digital mixer is the dual combo jacks and the 3.5 millimeter input jack. I really love having the option of using XLR or 1/4 inch inputs on the jacks. Now this one's smaller than the DLZ Creator. This is the XS. So it was a tongue twister. So you're only getting 2 combo jacks, but still having that flexibility, because sometimes you may not have an XLR available, or you may not have a 1/4 inch available. So having the option to plug in either way, that right there is, man, you can't beat it. The 3.5 input, bringing my MP6 audio in, I'm using this dual 1/4 inch to 3.5, and I'm able to come out of my MPC, out of the left and right 1/4 inch, and come directly into the DLZ on the 3.5, and you wouldn't know the difference. It sounds amazing. So having that additional 3.5 input, it's options. Mackie did a great job with giving you the option of how you're getting your sound into your mixer. Number 2 on my features list would be the option to record either on an SD card or on a thumb drive in either format. So as you can see on the screen here, I do have an SD installed and formatted. I don't currently have a USB thumb drive plugged in, but just having the option, I think, is really cool. And number 1 for me would be the mixer setup recall. Well, on the XS, they call it snapshot. On my X32, or the Behringer X32, they call it scenes. But however you slice that banana, the ability to set parameters, like for instance, I could go to my channel, and there's multiple ways to go to your channel. You can double click on, like if I go back to the home screen, I could just double click the channel and it takes me there, or I can just go back to the home screen and just hit channel up here. and whatever channel you have selected, that's the channel you're looking at. Right now we're on channel 1, but being able to go from EQ to gate to compressor to your de-esser. Let's go back to the EQ, for instance. I have it already set up with the high pass filter, the EQ's on, and I have a sparkle preset. Now when I go to channel 2, watch how this changes. Look at channel 2, I have set up that way. Channel 3, I have set up that way. Channel 5 is flat. And what's nice is you can set up all these parameters, and then you can go into your snapshot tab and you can create what they call a snapshot of everything. Because like for those of us who are doing different projects, I'm not going to type in a name there, but you would type in a name there and it would save it. And then you can recall all those settings. A good example would be, I'm in the studio, I'm recording someone, they're rapping, singing, whatever. All of the settings, the panning, the effects, the EQ is going to be different for that rapper or singer. And then 6-7 hours later, I'm doing a podcast. Well, the settings are going to be different, so being able to just at a push of a button recall those settings, those effects, all those parameters, that's one of the things I fell in love with on the Behringer X32. And to actually see that this small portable mixer has the same flexibility to recall all of that, man, that changes the workflow considerably. There are so many more features I could talk about, but these were the ones that really stood out to me and were the main reason I decided to purchase this mixer. And yes, I purchased it with my own money. This is not a sponsored video. No one sent this to me. I bought it myself. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you're notified when I drop new content like this one. Until next time, this is I Make